Most people believe life declines after 60. After 70, they expect pain. After 80, they expect weakness. And after 90, they expect waiting for the end. But what if everything you've been told is a lie? What if I told you that at 91 years old, I wake up with clarity, energy, and gratitude, while people half my age struggle to get out of bed, swallow pills, and complain about life? Look around you. How many young people are already tired of living? How many old people gave up too early because they were taught aging means suffering? This video is not motivation. This is not fantasy. This is real-life wisdom earned through 91 years of living, losing, healing, and learning. Today, I'm revealing the morning secrets that kept my body strong, my mind sharp, and my soul peaceful, while time tried its best to break me. These are not expensive habits. They don't come from pills or machines. They come from discipline, simplicity, and respect for life. And listen carefully. If you're young, this video can change your future. If you're old, this video can change your present. So before we begin, do yourself a favor. Like this video so this wisdom reaches more people. Subscribe to this channel because this kind of truth is rare. Now listen closely. Because how you start your morning decides how long and how well you live. 1. I wake up with purpose, not panic. At 91 years old, the way I wake up is not an accident. It is not a bid. It is a decision I have made every single morning for decades. I do not wake up to alarms screaming at me like danger is chasing me. I do not reach for the phone to absorb bad news, other people's emergencies, or the world's chaos before my feet even touch the ground. And I do not wake up afraid of the day ahead. I wake up slowly. I wake up silently. And above all, I wake up gratefully. Before my eyes fully open, before my body even moves, there is one thought that arrives gently in my mind like a quiet visitor. I'm still here. Not everyone gets that gift. Over 91 years, I have buried friends who were stronger than me. I have watched people younger than me collapse from stress, worry, and rushed living. I have seen healthy bodies destroyed not by age, but by anxiety, bitterness, and endless mental pressure. So when I wake up, I do not rush life. I acknowledge it. Most people today wake up already exhausted, not because they did too much yesterday, but because their mind never rested. They wake up and immediately fight the clock, fight responsibilities, fight expectations, fight problems that haven't even happened yet. That fight ages you faster than any number on a calendar. I have seen people in their 30 seconds with faces heavier than mine, not because of wrinkles, but because of worry carved into their expression. Stress tightens the jaw, fear shortens the breath, and panic slowly bends the spine. When you wake up every morning as if life is an enemy, your body believes it. Your heart believes it. Your nervous system stays in survival mode, and survival mode destroys longevity. I chose a different way. When I wake up, I stay still for a few moments. I feel my breath enter my lungs. I notice my heartbeat steady, loyal, still working for me after all these years. I thank my body silently because it carried me through wars, losses, failures, and time itself. This moment of calm tells my body one powerful message: you are safe. And when the body feels safe, it heals. Stress is not just a feeling. It is a poison that leaks into your blood every morning you wake up panicking. It raises blood pressure. It inflames joints. It weakens immunity. It steals years quietly. While people blame old age, I never blamed age. I blamed how people treat their mornings. I accept life as it is when I wake up, not because life is easy, but because resistance makes it heavier. I do not ask, what problems will today bring? I ask, how can I walk through today calmly? That shift alone changes everything. Acceptance relaxes the nervous system. Gratitude softens the mind. And calm gives the body permission to stay strong. That is why I am not afraid of mornings at 91. I welcome them, because every peaceful morning I have lived added years to my life that stress would have stolen. And this is the truth most people never hear. How you wake up decides how fast you age. If you wake up with panic, your body prepares for damage. If you wake up with purpose, your body prepares for life. And that choice, that single choice, is why I am still standing. 2. I move before the world moves. At 91, I don't wake up and ask my body to perform. I invite it to move. I don't chase fitness. I don't punish my muscles. I don't compete with younger bodies that haven't yet paid the price of time. I move gently. I move daily. And I move with respect because this body carried me through nearly a century of living. Most people think movement means exercise. Sweat, pain, exhaustion, pushing until something breaks. That mindset alone has injured more people than it has healed. I learned early that the body does not need to be attacked. It needs to be reminded that it is alive. Every morning, before the world wakes up, before noise enters my ears, before stress tightens the chest, I move. Not fast, not aggressively, but intentionally. I start with a slow walk, each step deliberate, each foot touching the ground like I'm greeting an old friend. I have seen people stop walking because they don't feel strong anymore. But the truth is harsh. They stopped feeling strong because they stopped walking. Movement does not come after strength. Strength comes because of movement. I stretch joints that have worked for me for decades, knees that climbed stairs, shoulders that lifted children, hands that built a life. I don't force them. I listen to them. Stiffness is not age. Stiffness is neglect. I breathe deeply while standing in sunlight, letting my lungs expand fully, something many young people forget to do while sitting all day, hunched over screens. Breathing shallow like life is something to survive instead of experience. Deep breathing is movement too. It moves oxygen. It moves energy. It moves fear out of the body. I have watched people in their 40 seconds complain that their bodies feel old, and I have watched elders in their 80 seconds still bend, walk, and breathe freely. The difference was never genetics. It was daily movement choices. Movement is not about intensity. It is about consistency. A body that moves a little every day stays young longer than a body that moves a lot once in a while. Big effort, followed by long rest, confuses the body. Gentle daily movement teaches it, stay ready, stay awake, stay alive. When people stop moving, the body doesn't argue. It adapts by shutting down. Joints tighten, muscles weaken, balance disappears, and slowly, silently, independence fades. I have seen this happen to friends. Once they sat too long, they needed help to stand. Once they stopped walking, they feared falling. Once fear entered, movement stopped completely. And that is how the body begins to die long before the heart does. I refuse that ending. So I move before the world moves. Before excuses. Before distractions. Before the mind talks me out of it. Because movement in the morning tells the body one powerful thing: you are still needed. And a body that feels needed keeps showing up. That is why I am still moving at 91. Not because I am strong, but because I never stopped. And if there is one truth you must remember, let it be this: the body you don't move today, you may not be able to move tomorrow. Move gently. Move daily. Move with respect. And your body will stay with you longer than you ever imagined. 3. I drink silence before I drink anything else. At 91, the first thing I consume every morning is not tea. It is not water. It is not food. It is silence. Before my hands reach for a cup, before my mouth tastes anything, I sit completely still. No phone glowing with the world's problems. No television filling the room with noise. No rushing to be somewhere or become something. Just silence. Most people think silence is empty, but silence is not emptiness. Silence is medicine. I have lived long enough to see what constant noise does to a human being. It tightens the chest. It shortens the breath. It keeps the heart slightly panicked, even when nothing is wrong. People wake up and immediately invite chaos into their minds. Messages, news, notifications, deadlines, other people's opinions. And before their feet touch the floor, their nervous system is already overwhelmed. Then they wonder why they feel anxious, why their heart races, why their thoughts never stop, why sleep doesn't heal them anymore. I learned early that the mind needs quiet the way the body needs rest. So, I sit. I listen to my breath enter and leave. I listen to the small sounds, the air, the birds, the room itself, and slowly, the inner noise begins to soften. This is not meditation as people imagine it. I don't force thoughts away. I don't chase peace. I allow stillness to arrive on its own. And when it does, something incredible happens inside the body. The nervous system relaxes. The heart steadies. Blood pressure softens. Muscles release tension they've been holding for years. Silence tells the body, you are safe. Most people don't realize how much danger their body feels every day, even while sitting still. The mind never stops shouting, and the body never stops preparing for impact. That constant preparation ages you. People don't age from years. They age from mental noise. I have seen people younger than me with shaking hands, restless eyes, and exhausted souls, not because life was harder for them, but because their minds never had a moment of peace. Silence repairs what noise destroys. I have also seen people afraid of silence. They turn on the TV the moment they wake up. They scroll because stillness makes them uncomfortable. But what they are avoiding is not silence, it is their own thoughts. When you sit in silence long enough, the mind begins to settle like muddy water. At first, everything rises, worries, regrets, fears. But if you don't react, if you don't run, it all sinks back down, and clarity appears. That clarity is what keeps me sharp at 91. It is what keeps my emotions steady. It is what keeps my heart young. I don't rush mornings because rushing tells the body there is no time. And a body that believes there is no time starts shutting down. Silence expands time. It slows aging. It returns control to the present moment. Only after I drink silence do I drink water. Only after stillness do I invite movement. Only after calm do I enter the world. And that order matters more than people realize. If you remember only one thing from this, remember this truth. Noise steals years quietly. Silence gives them back. Sit in silence before you consume anything else. Let your nervous system breathe. Let your heart settle. Let your mind rest. Because a quiet morning creates a long life. 4. I eat to live, not to escape. At 91 years old, I no longer eat to entertain my tongue. I eat to support my body. This is not because I don't enjoy food. It is because I understand what food truly is. Food is not comfort. Food is not distraction. Food is not a reward for surviving a difficult day. Food is fuel. And like any fuel, it must match the engine it feeds. Most people today don't eat because they are hungry. They eat because they are stressed, bored, lonely, or tired of feeling something they don't want to feel. I have watched people chew their emotions for decades, and then wonder why their bodies begin to fail them. At my age, the body speaks clearly. It does not forgive excess. It remembers every abuse. That memory shows up as pain, as inflammation, as disease people blame on old age. But I have lived long enough to see the truth. Most diseases do not come from years. They come from excess. Excess food, excess sugar, excess salt, excess stimulation. The stomach is powerful, but it is not careless. I eat simple food, not because I am poor, not because I am restricted, but because simplicity keeps the body honest. Simple food digests easily. It gives energy instead of stealing it. It leaves the body light, not burdened. I have seen people eat heavy meals and then feel heavy in life. Their thoughts slow. Their bodies ache. Their sleep becomes shallow. They don't connect it to food, but the body always does. At 91, I eat small portions, not because I fear hunger, but because I respect it. Hunger is not an enemy. It is a signal. When people eat constantly, the body never rests. The digestive system works endlessly, like a machine that is never turned off. And any machine that never rests breaks. I stop eating before I am full. I let the stomach breathe. I allow digestion to finish its work. This one habit alone has protected my organs for decades. I have watched people younger than me suffer from conditions they call normal: high blood pressure, diabetes, joint pain, digestive issues. They accept it as aging. I never did. I asked my body a simple question after every meal: do you feel supported or punished? Food should leave you stronger, not sleepy; lighter, not swollen; clear, not foggy. I do not eat late. I do not eat in anger. I do not eat while distracted, because the body absorbs not just food, but the state of mind in which it is eaten. Rushed eating creates rushed digestion. Stressed eating creates stressed organs. People think medicine fixes disease, but prevention begins in the stomach. Every extra bite you didn't need, every meal you ate to escape emotion, every time you ignored your body's quiet warning, the stomach remembers, and one day, it speaks loudly. I chose to listen early. That is why at 91, my body still cooperates with me. My digestion is calm. My energy is steady. My mind is clear. Because I never asked my body to carry more than it needed. If you take nothing else from this, take this truth with you. You don't need to eat more to live longer. You need to eat less and live more. Eat to live, not to escape. Your body is keeping score. 5. I respect the Sunday. At 91 years old, I do not fear the sun. I honor it every morning before the world becomes loud, before schedules take over, before the mind fills with problems. I step into sunlight like an old friend greeting me again. Not for long, not aggressively, just enough. Because morning sunlight is not just light, it is medicine. Long before hospitals existed, long before pills were sold in bottles, long before science tried to replace nature, the sun kept humans alive. It regulated sleep. It strengthened bones. It guided hormones. It gave rhythm to life itself. I have watched modern humans hide from the sun like it is an enemy. They rush from closed rooms into cars, from cars into offices, from offices back into darkness. Then they wonder why they feel weak, why sleep feels broken, why their mood is heavy for no clear reason. The body is confused because it has lost its oldest guide. Morning sunlight tells the brain, the day has begun. That signal alone resets the body's internal clock. Sleep improves at night. Energy rises naturally during the day. The nervous system stops guessing. People think sleep problems come from age, but many sleep problems come from missing the sun. I have met people younger than me who need pills to sleep, and I have slept peacefully most of my life. Not because I am lucky, but because my body knows when it is day and when it is night. Sunlight boosts immunity quietly. It strengthens bones without effort. It lifts mood without words. Have you noticed how children naturally play in the sun? How elders who sit outside often look calmer, stronger, more alive? That is not coincidence. That is biology remembering itself. I stand in the morning light and let it touch my face, my arms, my eyes without glasses, without barriers. Just presence. I breathe deeply while the sun warms my skin, and something inside the body softens. Depression fades. Anxiety loosens its grip. The heart feels steadier. The sun does what no motivational speech can do. It reminds the body it belongs to the earth. People today live under artificial lights, staring at artificial worlds, eating artificial food, then wonder why they feel disconnected, tired, and fragile. The body does not recognize artificial comfort. It recognizes natural signals. Sunlight is one of the strongest. I have seen people recover faster simply by stepping outside daily. I have seen elders grow weaker when they stopped going out. When the sun disappears from your routine, vitality slowly follows. I am careful, not careless. I do not burn. I do not overdo it. Respect is not excess, it is balance. A little sunlight every morning tells the body, stay strong, stay awake, stay alive. That message, repeated daily for decades, changes everything. At 91, my bones are steady. My mood is clear. My sleep comes naturally, not because I chased health, but because I respected what created it. If there is one truth modern life tries to hide, it is this: you were not designed to live away from the sun. Step outside. Let light touch you. Let your body remember what it already knows. The sun has been healing humans long before doctors existed, and it is still waiting for you. 6. I don't carry yesterday into today. At 91 years old, I have every reason to live in the past. I have memories heavy enough to crush a man, losses that never healed completely, mistakes I cannot rewrite, but I do not carry yesterday into today. Not because yesterday didn't matter, but because carrying it forward would destroy what little time remains. I learned early that regret ages the face faster than sunlight ever could. You can see it in people's eyes. That constant replay of, if only, that quiet punishment they give themselves every morning. Regret tightens the jaw. It furrows the brow. It steals sleep. I have seen young people with faces already worn, not from life lived, but from life resisted. Anger bends the spine. I have watched strong men slowly curve inward, their shoulders heavy with grudges they refuse to release. They called it pride. Their bodies called it tension. Bitterness poisons the blood, not metaphorically, physically. It raises pressure. It disrupts digestion. It weakens the heart. And people call this aging. I call it emotional weight. Every morning, before the day begins, I make a quiet decision. I let go. I do not replay old arguments in my head. I do not practice conversations that are already over. I do not feed wounds that no longer bleed. I have buried people I loved deeply. I have said goodbye to dreams that never arrived. I have watched time take more than it gave. But I do not chase what is already gone. Chasing the past is the fastest way to lose the present. I have seen people relive their losses every day, as if repetition will bring healing. It doesn't. It only deepens the scar. Grief deserves respect, but it does not deserve permanent residence. When you wake up carrying yesterday's weight, the body feels it. Muscles tighten, breath shortens, energy fades before the day even begins. Peace, on the other hand, does something remarkable. Peace straightens the spine. Peace softens the face. Peace slows the heart to a rhythm the body can maintain for years. Peace is not pretending nothing happened. Peace is deciding not to bleed again for the same wound. I forgive not because others deserve it, but because my body does. I release not because forgetting is easy, but because holding on is expensive. Most people think anti-aging secrets are found in creams, pills, and treatments. They are wrong. The greatest anti-aging secret is emotional lightness. When you stop dragging the past behind you, your body stands taller, your eyes clear, your breath deepens. At 91, I have learned this truth. Time does not age us as much as unresolved emotion does. So every morning, I choose peace over memory, presence over regret, now over then, because the past is finished. And today, if you let it, can still be beautiful. Let go. Your body has been waiting for you to do that. As we conclude, I didn't stay healthy by luck. Luck fades. Accidents happen. What lasts is choice. Every morning, long before the world noticed me, I made small decisions that no one applauded. I chose to wake up calmly instead of rushing. I chose to move instead of sitting. I chose silence instead of noise. I chose simplicity instead of excess. And those quiet choices, repeated day after day, became the foundation of my health. Your future body is listening to you right now. It hears how you treat your mornings. It remembers how often you ignore rest, peace, and care. The pain you feel years from now is often born from habits you repeat today, and the strength you enjoy later is also built slowly, patiently by what you choose now. Your future mind is shaped the moment you wake up. If you wake up in panic, your mind learns fear. If you wake up with purpose, your mind learns stability. And stability is what allows a long life to feel worth living. If something in this message touched you even slightly, don't ignore that feeling. That is awareness knocking quietly. Like this video so this wisdom reaches others. Subscribe to this channel so you don't forget what truly matters. And comment, I choose life. Not tomorrow, not someday. Today, because aging is inevitable. Time moves forward, whether we resist or accept it. But suffering is a choice we make when we forget how to live gently. Choose wisely. Your future is already listening.